Hi, it's Hope and welcome to the video. This, as you could tell by the title and the thumbnail, is going to be my March TBR. I haven't done a TBR in quite a while because, well, I haven't been reading much, but I am hosting a readathon with a few friends in March, so I figured I would at least make a TBR and see if I can try to stick to it. Because if I'm going to be honest, I've read one book this year, although I'm hoping to finish another book in the next few days. But I've been saying that for the last month that I was going to finish that book, so yeah. But here we go. So the readathon that I am co-hosting is March, which I am co-hosting with Clint from Reads Reader and Lori from the Chatty Bookworm. This is one of the readathons we're doing this year, linked to BA, which is Book Addicts Anonymous, which is a book club that the three of us host. So down below I will link the video of announcing March as well as both of their channels. But let's just get into my TBR. So this is based on the bingo board that Clint made up. So I'll pop that up right here where you can kind of see what the prompts are and what I'm kind of basing my reading on. I will say there's a couple prompts I'm not doing because this TBR is already way too much for me and I know that, but I still want to make a TBR and try to read more because I'm in a situation where I should have more time to read. I just choose to spend the time reading doing other things, which I need to get. I still need to correlate a proper routine, which I'm working on. When you move, you kind of have to adapt to the routine of the person you're living with while also creating your own alongside theirs, and I'm still in that process of figuring it out. But let's just jump in with The Prospects by K.T. Hoffman, which is the group book, we'll say, for March because it is March's book for BA. That's very confusing, but it is a book I need to read in March. All I know about this, it is a adult sports romance with trans rep. I believe the main character is trans. Don't quote me on that, but that is all I know. That's all I want to know. But the prompts that it fits on the bingo board that I showed at the beginning are buddy read, popular, recommended, the group book, new to you author, sports, adult, person on the cover, and ebook. That's what I'm having it for. I think it can fit technically, well, it also can fit green on the cover. There might be a few others, but that's just what I have it written down as. So that's the book that I need to read, hence it being mentioned first. I need to read it. I am excited to read it. So that is book one. The next book is Damaged by Only James, which is the 3.5 novella in the Necessary Evil series, which is, it's a series where basically each book follows a different brother and their love interests, and all of these brothers are serial killers. They're technically adopted brothers, but all of them are serial killers because they were raised to be that way. And Damaged, I don't really know what it's about. It's a novella, so I'm not too sure, but the prompts are animal on the cover because there's a snake in the background. Author you've read before, a short read. I'm stretching mystery/thriller because my brain goes, well, the series is about serial killers, which usually are a mystery thriller plot point sometimes. So it counts. We can stretch these prompts as I want. I helped create this readathon, so I can bend the prompts to my will. Spicy, indie author and series. So I have one book on the TBR, but the second book also applies to all the prompts, and it's a duology that I'm rereading book 1 so I can hopefully read book 2. But if I can't get to book 2 in March, I'll read it in April. So those are The Sunbearer Trials and Celestial Monsters by Aidan Thomas, which this basically, I'm trying to remember a lot about the book because I read this like over 2 years ago. But this basically is a YA fantasy based on Latin American mythology where every 10 years there is this competition to basically replenish Soul's power, and we are following Teo as he is competing in this competition. And how they are chosen are there are different categories of semi-dioses or demigods, so children of the gods, and Teo is one of these children of the gods, and he gets chosen, does this competition. That's kind of the bare bones of it. I might have described that horribly, but that's kind of all I remember besides the ending, which is why I'm mad I haven't read Celestial Monsters, because the ending of the Sunbearer Trials had me literally screaming and crying. I was screaming while I was crying, I shit you not. So I'm mad at myself for not reading this, but I needed to reread this. I wasn't in the mood to reread this. Now I very much am thinking about that. So yeah, but these both, I guess, work for their YA. Both have technically green on the cover, this one a lot more. And I own the audiobook of this, so I'll read the audiobook, and then I think I'm going to buy the audiobook for this as well because I remember really liking it, and it really helped me with the pronunciations of some things because it is based on cultures and mythology that I do not know how to properly pronounce things. And so hearing how things are pronounced really helped me get into the world a lot more. So I will be doing audiobook for them, with probably reading alongside the physical book since I own them. And this also works for nature on the cover. I completely forgot to write it down, but I'm realizing that I didn't write it down anywhere else. So yeah, nature on the cover because leaves. The next book is Prince of the Sorrows by Kellen Graves. This, all I know, it's a new adult / adult fantasy romance. And it's it's about something to do with scholars, and I don't fully know. The only reason I picked this book is because it fits the prompt romantasy, which this will probably be on the bottom of the TBR, meaning the last book I will probably read. Yes, I'm really interested. I've heard great things. I've been interested in reading this book since I think shortly after it came out, but I've just never read it when it's been on TBRs. Maybe I'll finally get it read, I'm not sure, but I'm mentioning it because it fits romantasy and it is one that really interests me. There are 3 prompts that I'm not doing. Some of them might fit for the books that I'm reading, but I'm not too sure. But Small Town, Friends to Lovers, and Fake Dating. This technically might work Friends to Lovers if the relationship goes the way I'm thinking, because maybe, but those are just what I'm not doing. I originally kind of wanted to try for a blackout, but I realized that was very unrealistic for me, so my goal is to just get as many prompts done. If I magically finish all the books on my TBR and I still have time, I'll probably find a book that fits 1 or 2 of these prompts, but for now, I'm not. There is also 2 books that I am going to try to finish in March that don't fit the March of reading male books. And so I'll mention them now because I am going to try to finish them. But the first one is Blood of the Saints by Denver Rose, which is a Why Choose dark romance. I started this in January, so I'd like to get it finished. I'm like a quarter of the way through maybe, so who knows. And then the next one is Rising Dawn by Beck Michaels, which is the 4th book in a YA epic fantasy series that I've been reading this book since September. So each month my goal is to make progress on it because I'm enjoying it. It's just my brain can't process large amounts of the book at once, so I have to read a little bit here and there. I'm like a third way through this, I think. I think I'm like 30-some%. So yeah. But that is my TBR. Honestly, if I read one book from this TBR in March, I will be happy because I am still very hard in my slump and I need to get out of it because I know it's affecting my mood. Because it's like I want to read, I just take my time and do other things that aren't productive, thus leaving me kind of feeling unfulfilled. So I need to work on that. That's a lot. Right now I'm in my working on myself and my mental health era because I am living in an environment now where I can focus on my mental health, and I'm just trying to find the skills to do that, which is easier said than done. That is, I believe, everything I have to share with you. Let me know what is one book that you want to read in March. And if you are participating in March with us, I am so excited to hear those responses in the comments below. But don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe, as it really helps my channel grow. But I will see you in my next video. Bye!